Hey guys, welcome to our channel for ICS final project. This is Tengkai Liu.
This is Peng
from section 04 and 01. Our presentation mainly contains 4 parts. The first part is the introduction part, and then we are going to discuss the demo, and after that we are going to discuss how does our program works, and finally we will share some of our reflections during the development process. So let's first introduce our project. Our project is like a combination of the GUI, Truth&Dare, and rolling dice. So what motivated us to do this project is highly due to the Shanghai's quarantine in 2022. We want to add some fun to our friends' life and to create some entertainment and relaxation. So we combine 2 board games that we are familiar with as together. Then we will show our demo. We are mainly focused on the login pages, the chat room, and our main game. So let's get started. This is our login pages. Based on the original chat system, we create several buttons and change the background color and add some pictures to our login pages. And for each button, we are mainly focused on the sign up button to show how does the button and our system works. So if you click the sign up button and input your username, for instance, if your username is Tengkai and your password is 1, and after confirm your password, click the sign up button, then you will be notified that you have successfully signed up. And if you put the username that you signed up before and click the login button, you will be notified that you have been successfully moved to our system. And this is our chat room. Based on the original chat system, we made several improvements. Like for instance, we create several buttons, and we also make the sending message more functionally. Like if you click the time button, our system would automatically send the current time to your chat box. And if you click the read poem button and input the title of the poem you want to read, then our system would assign the poem that you refers to another interface, and also send the message to a chat box. And then we are going to specifically discuss our game. And before that, let's first create another user. For instance, let's set the other user's name as XP, and password is 1. Confirm password is 1, and click the sign up. Now we have 2 users in our system, but they haven't connected. And if you input the user's name, you will be notified that you are connected with XP, and now we can play the game together. You need to click the game button to activate our game. Like if you click the roll, now you have 2 interfaces for our rolling dice game, and whenever one side clicks the start button, our system would provide a result on your interface and also send this result to the other user's interface as peers result. And besides, our system would also notify the other users to roll your dice if the other users haven't rolled the dice. And after 2 sides rolling the dice, If the result is draw, then they will have to roll another time. And our system will determine who is the user and who is the loser. And for the loser side, our system would automatically appears a Truth&Dare interface for the loser side, and send the winner side the message that you are the winners, like this. So for our Truth&Dare game, it's more like a punishment for the rolling dice. If you click either of the two buttons as a punishment, you will be sent for a message that refers to a specific punishment for the loser, and also send this loser's informations to the winner's chat box. So basically this is how our project looks like, and then we are gonna further discuss how does our program works. So in terms of the discussion part, we are mainly focused on the GUI, the rolling dice program, Truth&Dare program, and login program. So first, let's talk about login program. So in order to store the user's information in our magnetic disk, we create this function as user signing up, and after read the user's information by get functions on the interface, we'll create a file by importing Pico model, and read the file and store the user's information by load the file and dump the file. And then it comes to the GUI part. For the login page's GUI, we use some tkinter function to create this interface. First, we create a sub window which is based on the chat system's interface. Then we create some button and label on the interface to show the like username, password, and some button like login, sub, and cancel. And each button connect with a function. Also, we upload a welcome picture to the center of the interface, and we use the anchor which is set up in the center of the interface. Then this is the login GUI. So for our rolling dice program, we define this dice class, and what inspired us to define this class is basically due to what we learned in our ICS lecture, and which specifically refers to the chapter probability and statistic. And you can look at this, most of the programs are based on what we learned in the lecture. And then it comes to the dice GUI. For the dice GUI, the showing pairs dice and the rolling dice, they're same, because there's in the one interface. First, for the rolling dice, when the user clicks the start, then we will randomly choose a number from 1 to 6 and find the picture which is that number shows. Oh, it's not a picture, it's a GIF. And then we will upload this GIF as a file, and we will show it in the frame that we create in the interface. And this GIF is stored in our game base. And also in both two users game base, we all have this GIF. So when one get their dice picture, maybe like 1,
then this number will send to another user's computer. Then we will choose this pictures, which is show the number 1 dice and show it in the peers dice, this interface. And this is how our dice GUI works.
And finally, we are going to discuss how does our Truth&Dare program works. We first create this truth.csv file for designing the punishment, and after that we import the pandas model to read the file and store the information in our computers. And finally, we define this true function as choose question and dare questions to retrieve the message from this file.
Then let me introduce our Truth&Dare GUI. For the Truth&Dare GUI, we create a sub-window which is based on the chat system window. First, we create 2 buttons. One is a choose button, second is a dare button. Each of them connect to a function. And these 2 functions are same. They both are based on a problem base. When we click on one button, then we will random choose a question from their problem space. Like when you click choose button, then we will choose the question from the choose problem base and show it in another interface. And we create a label to show this message. Also, when we got this message, we will first send this message to another user, which is the winner by server, and then we will use this and show this message on the interface in order to let it become the same message, because we are run this message random choose. And this is how we create our Truth&Dare GUI.
And finally, we are going to analyze some of the possible improvements that could be made for our game. First, I think it is possible to create a multiplayer games. Since this is our first time to create an online game and we have limited times to build up our program, and maybe in the future we are going to improve our program by creating this multiplayer game. And second, I think it would be better if we create a mutual interface, since basically and currently only the loser side would receive the interface for Truth&Dare punishment, and if it could be open for both the winner and chooser side, it would be more functional. And finally, I think it would be better if we add up this point system, and it would make our game more interesting. And this is our ICS final project, and thanks